What's good, YouTube? You already know who it is, man. It's your boy, Q That Rude Boy, aka TheWavMan, man. We back at it like crack at it. You already know how I'm rocking on this channel, man. Hey, look, Love Is Rage 2 came out, y'all. So you already know what I gotta hit y'all with. I gotta hit y'all with that Lil Uzi Part 2, cause I did one before, but I'm gonna do another one right now for y'all to update y'all on some new things. You feel me? So we gonna get into it right after these messages.
You hating cause I'm on the Forbes side. 30 under 30, yeah. 30 under 30, yeah. Women on longer curb me, cause I'm rocking it ring. No 1754 t-shirt, cause Off-White's the fit. Huh? Yeah, Off-White's the fit.
Thanks everybody that came back to the Wave Beats channel, man. I want to thank everybody. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, we growing really strong right now, you feel me? Ain't no stopping us, you feel me? Hold on. If there's anybody that's not a part of this Wave gang, just go ahead down. Just go down there and subscribe right now. I'm gonna wait. Had to hit that Uzi dance on you one time. Make sure you subscribe, man. Wave gang family, man. Hey, thumbs up this video, because the more thumbs up we get, the more videos come your way. You know how I'm rocking already. You know how I'm rocking. Look, make sure you follow me here at Q That Rude Boy on Instagram and Twitter. And after you do that, before we get into this video, I want to shout out two people because they left lit ass comments on the page on the Instagram. So let me go ahead and shout them out, man. First person I want to shout out is VV Tommy. Next person I want to shout out is Josh Adams with a V. So make sure you guys go show these people love. We can get into this thing right now. You feel me? So let me show y'all what y'all gonna be getting into today.
She was amazed when she saw the stars on my roof. I told her all of my friends that she tried to jump off the roof. Yeah, she tried to jump off the roof. That's when I had to tell her that all of their faces are blue. Cause you still my baby, on some fuck you pay me. Yeah, shawty shaking, ooh, that's amazing. Ooh, shawty caking, ooh, I'ma taste it. Yeah, shawty caking, I'ma have to taste it. And I'ma re-up, 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 re-up. I think I'ma need another re-up, re-up. Got my G's up when I came up. Brought my team up. They don't like when we up, so we thrive with Venus. This is why we up. This is why we up. All of my bitches lie, yeah. She had.
So that's a little taste that we gonna get into today, man. Hey, you know, when I was listening to this, I was trying to go for something like around, so I set up with that 444 song, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully you guys can learn something from this and just implement it into your own work, you know what I'm saying? So let's get into it right now. To be able to do the Uzi shimmy shoulders. So hit him with that, whoa, boom, hit him with that, hit him with that right there, you feel me? You know, it's a little, you know, but hey, these are things you gotta do. You gotta hit him with that, ooh, hey, ooh, yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you gotta do. You gotta get it kind of, ooh, you gotta get funny with it. Ooh, you know what I'm saying? Funny like this. Yeah, just like that. So, ooh, Uzi shoulders, you feel me? Now we can get right back into this thing. You feel me? Yeah. Okay, so the first thing I want to say, if you want to sound like Lil Uzi, you have to type sound like Lil Uzi. If you want them Lil Uzi type vocals, you got to type sound like him. That's just facts. You're not going to sound like anybody that you don't sound like, or you can't sound like. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the first thing. Let's get this out the way. It's for educational purposes, so let's get into it right now. Hey, we're going to start off with that auto-tune, because Lil Uzi is known for a little bit of auto-tune, little slight auto-tune. He's an auto-tune rapper. He's very melodic, so auto-tune helps him, you know, with the system and the melodies that he creates. So that's the first thing. If you want to auto-tune, like if you want a Lil Uzi type vocal, melody is key. You know what I'm saying? Hey, for this beat, because like I say in a lot of tutorials, the auto-tune is solely based on the beat that you are given, that you are working over. Music theory, there is certain notes that work with certain other notes and scales, vice versa. Okay, so for this beat, the beat was provided by C-Lab, by the way. Nonetheless, let me shout that boy out. C-Lab made this beat. That Jones cranking. Hey, you already know how we rocking. All right. it's a major scale. That's first. And the key was in C. And the retune speed I put at 8. The reason I put it at 8 is because I didn't want it fully activated, because fully activated gets way too robotic-y, you know what I'm saying? So we didn't want that. And I also put the humanize up to 21. Reason being is because in the Lil Uzi album, yes, there's things that sound a little bit more, you know, robotic-y than others, but for this and like the 444 track, I don't feel like it was OD, so I put the 21 up so that it activates more of the real life voice rather than the robotic-y T-Painy type sound. Also, as you can see what I did here at the targeting ignore vibrato, that is latched on because I like the way it kind of curved with the voice, you know what I'm saying? If you have that off, it becomes more of a sharper type of like, it's like becomes sharper, you know what I'm saying? Like more robotic-y. That's how I'm gonna explain that. All right, so that's that. Also, I put the input at alto tenor. Facts. All right, the next thing I did was I used the Maximus. This is what I used as the de-esser. So I went down here and I went to preset and I used the de-esser narrowband. That's what I use for the de-esser. That what de-essing basically does is it takes out the all those when you start hearing those high like coming through your stuff. That's because you need a de-esser and those high frequencies need to be basically took out. So that's what I use the de-esser for right here. So get all that in there. And next thing I did, this is for the lead vocal, the EQ for the lead vocal. What I basically did, I did a high pass cut at around 160, and then I boosted at about 13K, and I also boosted at 4K as well. Reason is because like when I was listening to Lil Uzi's album, his stuff was really cutting through the mix. Like you could really hear him. His voice also kind of sounded smaller sometimes. That's why I cut it so far up to 160. So depending on your voice, like if you have a deeper voice, you might want to cut it even more. I'm not saying go OD like up in 300s or nothing crazy like that, but just depending on your voice, you'll understand what I'm saying. And at the same time, I didn't peak down at my usual bass level because on the album I was hearing his vocals were very full still, so I didn't want to even take that out. I just wanted to leave it in there for just natural sounding stuff, you know what I'm saying? So that's the EQ I got. Play around with something around those levels because like I said, everybody has a different voice, so these things are going to be a little different for everybody. Next, I did a compressor. So basically I used a fruity limiter and I used it as a compressor. So the first thing you do, it's going to be set on limit. You want to put that to comp for compression. And basically what I did was threshold, I burst that down, you know what I'm saying? I put the ratio up some. Another main thing I did, I put the attack very fast, you guys, very fast on rap vocals. You want these things to, as soon as they come through the threshold, you want it to hit. So attack fast, release I put pretty fast just so it could reset once, you know, so it can start hitting the threshold again. And that's basically it, guys. You can copy that down. Soundgoodizer. Basically I use the Soundgoodizer to further cut the vocal. So without the Soundgoodizer on, it wasn't cutting so much. So what I did was I just basically do what I kind of do a lot is I use the Soundgoodizer, which I think is a great plugin for FL Studios. This is stock plugins, guys. This thing really makes vocals or any other thing you want to cut based on which preset you're using. And I like to use A and I boost it up a little bit. So I'll let you guys hear how it sounded with and without the Soundgoodizer.
Faces are blue, cause you still my baby. On some you pay me. Yeah, shawty shaking. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, shawty caking. Oh, I'ma taste it. Yeah, shawty caking. I'ma have to taste it and I'ma re-up.
So as you guys can clearly hear, there's clear differences between the two. Like one shines and one's kind of dull. You know, I know a lot of y'all might have some of those issues where you're like, oh, my vocal is dull. That's how you can most times get rid of that. If you can't get rid of that like that, then sometimes it might be the beat might be mixed wrong, you know what I'm saying? So that's a large part of mixing as well. If the beat's not mixed well, sometimes it might be hard to get your vocals to fit over top of the beat because the beat itself is not good. But this is a great beat right here, so this is very easy. Facts. Next, we put a reverb on it because you don't want your vocals to be dry, so we went ahead and popped the reverb on there. This is the presets right here. And basically what I did was I used the what I like to call the sub bus, which is this knob here on the side, and just wait it out. You know what I'm saying? So this is how it sounds.
Cause you still my baby, on some you pay me. Yeah, shawty shaking. Oh, that's amazing.
So I wanted it just enough to where it wasn't being drowned out. You know what I'm saying? Like, but also didn't want it to be dry, because a dry vocal is terrible. Facts. All right. Last thing I did on the main vocal was the delay. What I did for this was I put the ping pong, as you can see right here. That's the first thing I click. And I also come here and cut. Because if you're not cutting it, it's gonna sound like the same thing you just said, and you want your delays to be a little cut off, so that one, it doesn't take too much space up in the song, but another, so it fits more in the background. It's just not a distraction. So make sure you cut.
Cause you still my baby, on some fuck you pay me. Yeah, shawty shaking. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, shawty caking. Oh, I'ma taste it. Yeah.
So you can hear the difference. It's like, facts, you can hear the difference. If you didn't, just go ahead, rewind. And if you still didn't hear the difference, your ear might need a little bit more training, because that's a huge part of mixing itself. You have to train your ear to hear what you're trying to create. That's a fact. So basically what that does, though, like I said, it basically changes your vocal delay into, and it kind of puts it into a filter. So that's how I'll explain that. That cut basically high pass cuts it so that it can be in a filter, your delay. All right. Now for the background vocals. Let's hear the background vocals, or the background vocals. The background vocals I also use for the kind of the segue, or maybe the chorus or hook or whatever, just leading into the hooks and choruses. So that will be this part, and I'll play the backgrounds as well for you.
She was amazed when she saw the stars on my roof. I told all of my friends that she tried to jump off the roof. Yeah, huh? She tried to jump off the roof. That's when I had to tell her that all of their faces are blue, but she still my, yeah. You pay me, yeah. Still on my baby, yeah. Fuck all you pay me, yeah. Still my baby, yeah.
So as you can hear, that was basically a background vocal. If you couldn't hear already, what I did for the background vocal was there was a flanger in there, and also it was also kind of had a filter over it as well. So that's basically the only changes we made from the main vocal to the background vocals. So let's get into the parametric EQ. As you can see here, the cutoff was still at 163, except for here we did a low pass cutoff, and we cut it off all the way down to about 4K. So that's what puts it in the filter, the filtery sound. So let me take the flanger off and just let you hear it filtered off.
You pay me, yeah. Still on my baby, yeah. Fuck all you pay me, yeah. Still my baby, yeah. Dog, you pay me, yeah.
So whatever feels comfortable for you, however far you want to go with that, that's up to you guys. And the next thing that was different on this as well was the flanger. So basically what I did was I just got the Fruity Flangus, and I put basically the preset on there, and that's what I went with. I felt good with that. So this sounds like this.
You pay me, yeah. Still on my baby, yeah. Fuck all you pay me, yeah.
And I used the sub bus to basically put the amount that I wanted that effect to be on the vocal. And as you can see, what I like to do with the background vocals is I like to throw the delays up a little bit more, just to make them more spacey, because it's in the background. So these are things you might not catch. It's like an atmosphere. That's what I use the delay for. Just throw it up just for more atmosphere for the background vocals. So that pretty much wraps it up for the Love Is Rage 2 Lil Uzi Vert vocal tutorial. You know how I'm rocking already, you feel me? So make sure you guys thumbs up this video, because the more thumbs up we get, man, the more videos come your way. Make sure you subscribe, get part of this Wave Gang, be a man, Wave Gang certified, man. If you're not Wave Gang certified, I don't know why you're here. Dunzos.
Re-up, 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 re-up. I think I'ma need another.